Welcome to the deep dive. So you've gathered some really interesting information here, focused on something that's, well, everywhere now, artificial intelligence. But what seems particularly exciting is just how many really powerful AI tools are actually available for free.
Exactly. And that's our mission today, right? To sort of cut through all the hype.
Yeah, and pull out the most significant ways these free resources can empower people, whether you're just trying to be more productive yourself or maybe running a small business.
Right. We've got this article that highlights 11 specific free AI tools. So we're going to dig into each one.
Okay.
Give everyone a clear idea of the practical benefits. Think of it as a quick way to get up to speed on using AI right now without spending anything.
Sounds good. 11 tools.
Yep. We're talking Grammarly for writing, Canva for design, Trello for managing projects, Zoom for connecting, Hemingway Editor for clarity, Google Translate, Calendly for scheduling.
Oh, quite a list.
GIMP and Pixlr for images, and Slack for team communication. So yeah, 11 tools that could really, change how people operate.
All right, let's dive in now. Where do we start? Maybe with something pretty fundamental, like writing.
Makes sense. Let's start with Grammarly.
Okay, Grammarly. Now, I think a lot of people might just see it as, fancy spell checker.
But it's actually more than that. It uses AI, specifically natural language processing, to understand the context of what you're writing. So the suggestions it gives are much smarter about style, tone.
Tone, interesting. So it can tell if you sound maybe too formal or too casual.
Exactly. It's not just fixing mistakes, it helps you craft your message effectively. Think about drafting a really important email, maybe to a potential client.
Yeah, first impressions matter there.
Totally. You want to sound professional, credible. Grammarly works as you type. You can get a free account, use the browser extension, and it polishes things in real time. And there's research suggesting that even small improvements in grammar and tone can measurably boost how credible people perceive you to be.
That makes sense. That written first impression, especially for a business, is huge. So having an AI tool help refine that for free. It's like having a virtual editor constantly available.
Pretty much. It's a real advantage.
Okay, so that's writing. What about visuals? Not everyone's a natural designer, right? That's where something like Canva comes in, I imagine.
Oh, Canva's been a game changer. It really has democratized design, and AI is a big part of that, but in a very user-friendly way.
So you don't need design skills?
Not really. You can create really attractive stuff even if you've never designed anything before. The key is this huge library of free templates.
Right, for posters, social media, business cards, all that.
Everything. And it's not just static templates. Canva's AI can suggest design elements, maybe color palettes based on what you're doing or what's trending.
So it helps you make good design choices too.
Yeah, it guides you, which helps create designs that aren't just nice to look at, but actually effective.
And the impact for, say, a small local business must be massive, like the bakery example you mentioned.
Exactly. Imagine a local bakery wants to promote a weekend special.
Okay.
Instead of finding and paying a designer, they can jump onto Canva, pick a template, customize it quickly, and have an eye-catching poster ready in half an hour.
Saves time, saves money, allows them to be more agile.
Totally. And if they have a small team, the real-time collaboration features are great too. Everyone can chip in on the design.
It really does seem to level the playing field, doesn't it? Giving small operations access to professional-looking marketing.
That's a big part of it. Okay, so from visuals, let's talk about organization. Managing projects. Trello.
Yes, Trello. Very popular, very visual way to manage tasks. Does it use AI too?
It does incorporate AI features, yeah. Primarily aimed at helping you prioritize tasks and optimize your time.
How does that work in practice?
Well, the core is the board, list, and card system, which is super visual.
Right.
But the interesting AI-ish part is their Butler automation feature. You set up rules, but it can also sort of learn from how you use Trello.
Whoa.
And suggest automations like, hey, you always move cards here after you do this. Want me to do that automatically? It spots those repetitive tasks.
That sounds incredibly useful, especially for, say, a small business owner juggling a million things.
Think about a local cafe, like in the example.
Okay.
They could use Trello for everything: employee schedules, tracking orders from suppliers, organizing a little community event maybe. And Butler could automate things like sending shift reminders via Slack, or maybe flagging when coffee bean stock is low based on card movement.
Whoa, okay. That saves mental energy as much as time. Reduces errors too, I bet.
Definitely. It just helps streamline those operational bits for small, busy places. Gives everyone a clear visual hub. Okay, next up. A tool that basically exploded during the pandemic.
Zoom.
Yeah, hard to imagine life without it sometimes. We think of it for video calls, but you're saying there's AI involved there too. There is. They've been adding AI-powered features to try and improve the meeting experience. Things like better noise cancellation, maybe summaries eventually, enhancing interaction and productivity.
Interesting. And for individuals or small businesses, the free version is still pretty powerful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The free tier lets you connect easily with clients, partners, team members, anywhere. And beyond just meetings, you can use features like webinars.
Right, for workshops or online events.
Exactly. The article mentioned an independent bookstore using Zoom for virtual author readings.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. What a great way to connect with the community, reach people who can't physically come to the store.
Precisely. It breaks down those geographical barriers, builds community online, a prime example of using these tools creatively.
Definitely. Okay, so from virtual connections. Let's swing back to writing, but maybe from a different angle. Hemingway Editor.
Right, Hemingway Editor. I like the name. It implies directness, clarity.
Yeah, and that's the focus, isn't it? Making your writing clearer, more readable, more impactful.
Exactly. It's related to Grammarly, but different. While Grammarly is strong on grammar, style, tone, Hemingway zeroes in on readability.
How does it do that?
You just paste your text into the editor. There's a free online version. It analyzes sentence length, use of passive voice, adverbs, complex words.
And it flags them, like highlights long sentences.
Yep. It gives you suggestions to simplify, make things more direct, break up long sentences, replace complex words, cut unnecessary adverbs.
That seems super useful for, well, almost any kind of writing. Emails, reports, marketing copy.
For sure. The example given was a local artisan refining their product descriptions online.
Makes perfect sense. You want those descriptions to be really clear, easy for anyone to grasp quickly, especially online.
You want everyone to understand the value, the craftsmanship, right? Hemingway helps you cut through the fluff and make your core message stronger. Clarity is just so key.
Especially when trying to reach a wide audience, which actually brings us nicely to the next tool, Google Translate.
Yeah, Google Translate, another one many people have used, but the AI behind it has gotten seriously good.
How so?
They've moved to what's called neural machine translation. It looks at whole sentences in context, not just word for word. So the translations are much more natural and accurate now.
That's a big deal for local businesses trying to reach diverse customers.
Huge. Think about the practical uses. The mobile app's voice translation feature, amazing for real-time conversations.
Yeah, like talking to a tourist who walks into your shop.
Exactly. Or for websites, you can add a translate widget. Makes your content instantly accessible globally, or just to different language speakers in your own community.
The example of the family restaurant translating their menu? That's brilliant. So simple, but so welcoming.
It really is. It makes tourists, expatriates, anyone who speaks another language feel comfortable. It just expands your potential customer base instantly. It's about accessibility.
Definitely breaks down barriers.
Yeah.
Okay, what about another common headache for busy people scheduling? Calendly aims to fix that, right?
Ooh, Calendly is such a time saver. It automates appointment booking. A total lifesaver for entrepreneurs, consultants, anyone who books meetings.
So no more back and forth emails trying to find a time that works.
Nope. You just share your Calendly link. It shows your available slots based on rules you set.
Okay.
Clients or whoever just picks a time that works for them. And the best part is it syncs directly with your calendar, like Google Calendar.
So no double bookings.
Exactly. It avoids that nightmare completely.
The local esthetician example in the notes really nails it. They can focus on clients instead of playing phone tag all day.
Right. It just streamlines that whole admin side of things, handles the booking efficiently, optimizes their schedule, frees them up to do their actual work.
Makes total sense. More time for the core business. Okay, now, sometimes you need more serious image editing. Maybe beyond what Canva or simple tools offer. GIMP comes up here.
Yes, GIMP. It stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. It's basically the leading free open source alternative to something like Adobe Photoshop.
So it's powerful, like professional level stuff.
Absolutely. It has a vast range of features for advanced photo retouching, graphic design, creating visuals from scratch, and it costs nothing.
Wow. What's the catch? Is it hard to use?
Well, it does have a steeper learning curve than, say, Canva or Pixlr. It looked a bit more complex initially.
Okay.
But because it's open source and been around for ages, there's a massive community and tons of free tutorials, documentation, videos online to help you learn.
So the information is out there if you're willing to put in a bit of time.
Exactly. And the example of the amateur photographer using GIMP to enhance photos before selling them online.
Yeah.
Perfect illustration. It lets them produce professional quality images for their business without that hefty software price tag. Again, leveling the playing field.
Provides access to powerful tools for creators who might be just starting out. Okay, what about keeping teams connected? Slack.
Slack, yeah. It's become almost the default for team communication in many places, and it's more than just chat.
How so? Does AI play a role there too?
It does, increasingly. Slack uses AI for things like suggesting relevant channels, prioritizing messages, maybe even summarizing conversations to help manage information overload.
Okay.
But fundamentally, it organizes communication into channels. So you have dedicated spaces for projects, topics, teams, keeps things focused.
Right, instead of endless email chains.
Exactly. And a huge part of its power is integration. You can connect it to Google Drive, Trello, Zoom, countless other tools.
So you can access files or manage tasks right from within Slack.
Precisely. It acts as a central hub. The example used was a local association coordinating projects and events.
Yeah, I can see how that would work. Keeps everyone on the same page, improves efficiency, reduces missed messages.
For any group working together, clear, organized communication is vital. Slack really facilitates that collaborative environment.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we mentioned GIMP for heavy-duty image editing. What if you need something quick, easy, maybe online?
Pixlr. Yeah, that's a great one for convenience. It's a powerful photo editor, but it runs entirely in your web browser.
So no need to download or install anything?
Nope, just go to the website.
Yeah.
And it offers a really good range of free filters, effects, adjustment tools. Great for quick enhancements.
Easy to use?
Generally, yes. Much more intuitive than GIMP for basic tasks. And it works well on mobile, too.
Well, that's handy. Edit photos right in your phone.
Yeah, perfect for social media content, blog images, that kind of thing. You can snap a picture, edit it in Pixlr on your phone, and post it right away.
The local blogger example fits perfectly then, creating eye-catching images quickly to make their posts more engaging.
Exactly. Visual appeal matters so much online, and Pixlr makes it easy to add that polish without needing complex software or even a computer sometimes.
Okay, wow. That's 11 tools. Grammarly, Canva, Trello, Zoom, Hemingway, Google Translate, Calendly, GIMP, Slack, Pixlr. Did I miss one?
I think you got them all.
Okay.
Yep.
So looking back at all of these,
Yeah.
what's the big picture here? The main takeaway?
For me, it's just the sheer accessibility of really capable AI-powered tools now, and they're free.
Right. These aren't some far-off future tech. They're available right now.
Exactly. And they can make a real tangible difference, boosting productivity, making communication clearer, increasing visibility for regular individuals and especially for small businesses.
Yeah, you don't need a massive budget anymore to access tools that help you compete or just operate more smoothly.
Precisely. By just, strategically picking and using even one or two of these, people can save significant time, save money.
And potentially strengthen their community ties too, like with the bookstore or restaurant examples.
Absolutely. It's really about democratizing technology, making these powerful capabilities available to everyone.
So a final thought then for everyone listening. As you think about these 11 tools we've just run through, which ones kind of jump out at you? Which ones resonate with what you're doing right now or just spark some curiosity? How might bringing just one or two of these into your daily life or maybe your local community group or business, how might that offer some, maybe even surprising benefits?
It's a great question to ponder. The potential is definitely there.
Definitely something to think about. How you can leverage this free tech right now.